Adequate notice of this meeting has been given in accordance, quiet everybody, adequate notice of this meeting has been given in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act pursuant to Public Laws 1975. Said notice was advertised in the Asbury Park Press and the Beacon and was posted on a bulletin board showing the time and place of the meeting. Everyone please rise to salute the flag, followed by a moment of silence.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item 1, permission to place a pinwheel garden on township property by the Women's Club.
The Women's Club of Lacey is seeking permission to post a pinwheel garden in front of the municipal building. This is in recognition of Child Abuse Prevention Month, which is the month of April, and they're asking to place them from April 1st to April 30th.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Women's Club of Lacey presentation. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
I'm Lori Young. I'm the president of the Women's Club of Lacey. The Women's Club is a 60-year-old organization in Lacey with approximately 100 members from Lacey and surrounding towns. Our purpose is to do good works in the community. You will see us at every Memorial Day parade and at Lacey Day each year. On January 30th, Committeeman Pete Curatola attended one of our events and asked me to come tonight and tell you about it. Last June, one of our longtime members, Beverly Keebler, asked me if the club would be willing to host a party for our community's special needs adults. Her family has a taxi service that transports many special needs adults to their day programs, and she's formed a very strong bond with many of their clients. We are, the Women's Club of Lacey are strong advocates of special needs children in the Lacey School District. We've donated thousands of dollars over the years to fund special projects in our schools, and so this proposition from Beverly seemed to be an extension of that initiative. We put this proposition to a vote, and our members agreed to fund a monthly rental at the Charles A. Smith Community Center for 6 events in 2025. Beverly quickly brought in many new members and formed our Special Needs Adult Committee. The chairwomen are with me tonight. I'd like to introduce you to Janet Malero. Raise your hand, Janet, and Deborah Gamsey. Those are our chairwomen. And we have some of our ladies on the committee with us as well. Say hello, ladies. Our co-chairmen, Deborah Gamsby and Janet Malera, formed a partnership with the Bayville Elks, who provide us with support from their youth group, the Bayville Antlers, to set up, serve, and clean up. Over the last 9 months, we have hosted a luau, Disney superhero Whoville Christmas and Mardi Gras themed events, a Mad Hatter Tea Party, and a New Year's Eve party, along with an autumn and a Halloween party. Each event includes decorations, music, often with a guest DJ, dinner and dessert, and is attended by anywhere between 50 and 70 special needs adults and their caregivers. A local photographer donates her time to take photographs every month. And to help defray our expenses, we are charging a $10 admission, with several exceptions for some group home residents who are unable to afford that. And we also run a 50-50 every month. We accept donations in any amount, and they have literally poured into us from families of special needs adults who attend. We have an Amazon wish list. Our committee and our special needs adults families have contributed over $15,000 in-kind donations to fund these events, which started last June. And this tells us that we are doing something that our community really needs. We recommitted to hosting a monthly event for all of 2026. Upcoming parties include SpongeBob, Fairyland, and Star Wars themed parties, just to name a few. Our special needs adults love dressing up, and we expect these events to be well attended. These events take place on the last Friday of the month at 5:30 at the Charles A. Smith Community Center, and we invite you all to come in and join us. Please look for us on the Women's Club of Lacey Facebook page to see pictures of our events and to find our Amazon wish list. Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for all the information on the Women's Club. We know you've been around a long time and do a lot of volunteering throughout Lacey Township. So really, thank you for your service in the
appreciate it.
township. Thank you. Anything else for anybody? Request for on-site trailer, 454 Lake Barnegat Drive North.
The resident at 454 Lake Barnegat Drive North unfortunately had a frozen pipe burst with some of the cold temperatures that we've had. She's requesting to temporarily live in a camper at her property. The renovations are going to take about 2 months, and this would all be under the condition of approval with a zoning permit.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Can we give it an approval for 3 months, just in case she needs an extra month, because, you know, So she doesn't have
Can
to
we put a
come back.
time frame on these or not? So what?
we usually give a
90
90
days,
day.
90
I
days.
think she,
So
so
3
it's
months.
usually 3 months, 3 months.
Yeah, let's go 90 days.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to go 90 days.
I'll second it.
Okay. Motion to adjourn?
Move it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, moving right along. Adequate notice of this meeting has been given in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act pursuant to the public laws of 1975. Said notice was advertised in the Asbury Park Press and the Beacon and was posted on the bulletin board showing the time and place of the meeting. Item 1, second reading ordinance 2020-602, amending and supplementing Chapter 335 entitled zoning.
An ordinance of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, amending and supplementing Chapter 335 entitled zoning. The three ordinances tonight are all, they all relate to the Fair Share Housing Settlement, and they're all various code book amendments to be in line with the fourth round requirements. This is second reading. Open the floor to public comment.
Seeing none, make a motion to close the floor.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion on the ordinance?
Move it.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. LeRae?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes, second reading ordinance 2020-603, amending its entirety, Chapter 127 entitled Affordable Housing Program.
An ordinance of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, amending in its entirety Chapter 127 entitled Affordable Housing Program. Second reading. Open the floor to public comment.
Seeing none, make a motion to close the floor.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion on the ordinance?
Move it. Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. LeRae?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes, second reading ordinance 2020-604, amending Chapter 211 entitled Land Development Fees, Escrow Deposits, and Inspection Fees.
An ordinance of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, amending Chapter 211 entitled Land Development Fees, Escrow Deposits, and Inspection Fees. Second reading. Open the floor to public comment.
Seeing none, make a motion to close the floor.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion on the ordinance?
Move it. Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. LeRae?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes, resolution 2020-691, appointing a Director of Public Works.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, appointing Taylor Riley as Director of Public Works for the Township of Lacey.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. LeRae?
Yes, and I also want to welcome the brand-new community member he brought to the meeting tonight.
Who's got the hiccups right now?
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes,
Mayor
of course.
Yes, Taylor, you had a baptism by fire.
And I ask all of you to stay, don't leave yet.
Resolution 2020-692, supporting the acquisition of properties by the Ocean County Natural Lands Trust Fund.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, supporting the acquisition of properties identified on Addendum A by the Ocean County Natural Lands Trust Fund. This is the Georgetown Village development, or what should have been the Georgetown development.
Move it.
Second.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. LeRae?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes, resolution 2020-693, authorizing a change order for the Stouts Creek and Warden's Oyster Pond dredging project.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing the execution of an amendment to the contract with Act Engineering for the Stouts Creek and Warden's Oyster Pond Maintenance Dredging Project.
Move it.
Second.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. LeRae?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes, resolution 2020-694, authorizing the refund of deposit monies.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing the refund of deposits held for the use of municipal facilities.
Move it.
Second.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2026-95, authorizing the payment of township bills.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing the payment of township bills.
Move it.
Second.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes, and I'll abstain on T0035.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Motion to approve budget meeting minutes of February 5th, 2026.
Move it. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve executive session meeting minutes of February 5th, 2026.
Move it. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve caucus meeting minutes of February 11th, 2026.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve township meeting minutes of February 11th, 2026.
Move it. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve executive session meeting minutes of February 11th, 2026.
Move it. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve membership in the Forked River Volunteer Fire Company for John Winiawski Jr.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to transfer membership from the Lenoka Harbor Volunteer Fire Company to the Forked River Fire Company for Jason Yapram.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We have an add-on, you have that, Mayor.
So we have an add-on. We have a proclamation. Whereas Rob Kraska began his career with the Township of Lacey Department of Public Works on October 27, 1986, as a laborer, and whereas through nearly 4 decades of dedicated service, perseverance, and steady leadership, Rob rose through the ranks, promoted in 1987 to mechanic helper truck driver, in 1993 to mechanic, in 1998 to supervising mechanic, in 2005 to supervisor of public works, and ultimately in 2019 to director of public works. And whereas, for almost 40 years, Rob has devoted his personal life to the Township of Lacey, working behind the scenes to ensure our roads were safe, our infrastructure maintained, and our community cared for in every season and circumstance. And whereas, in a profession defined by early mornings, late nights, emergency calls, and high-pressure decisions, especially during storms and other critical events, Rob has consistently led with a calm, cool, and collected presence. And whereas his level-headed leadership and even temperament have set the tone for the entire department, never allowing stress to overshadow his professionalism or impact those around him. And whereas, as if to ensure he would be remembered in true public works fashion, Rob's final weeks on the job included not 1 but 2 snowstorms, on of which brought historic accumulation, proving that after 40 years he would not quietly slip into retirement, but instead of out with a bang. And whereas, while the township may remember him for plow routes and storm calls, those closest to him know that retirement will now allow Rob to trade snow forecasts for sunshine forecasts and spend more time enjoying one of his favorite places, out on his boat. And whereas, Rob's legacy is not only measured in years of service, but in the steady leadership, quiet strength, and unwavering commitment he has shown to the Township of Lacey and its residents for nearly 4 decades. Now therefore, be it proclaimed by the Mayor and the Township Committee of the Township of Lacey that we extend our deepest gratitude and sincere appreciation to Rob Kraska for his extraordinary 39 years of service and congratulate him on his well-earned retirement. And be it proclaimed that we wish Rob fair winds, calm seas, good health, and many relaxing days ahead, knowing that the township he served so faithfully will forever be better because of him.
You can't leave it to Stephanie, get the picture. I know.
Wait, Lisa wants a picture too.
Hurry up, please.
Don't move, guys.
Should all really get in the picture, but.
What? You want
Why don't you all get down and get
Yes,
a
come on.
picture? Yes.
Ronnie, that's you too.
Very well by moving the tables tonight. The big guy. You stand on the bench.
Take a breath, Steve. Take a breath.
Rob, did you want to say a few words or anything?
Well, I'd like to really congratulate Keller Riley on
Kevin, your answer is yes.
director. Well deserved. He's a heck of a guy. This past snowstorm, basically realizing him. If you're wrong with it, any questions, anything you need, let me know. For the most part, everything he did, I agree with him. And then there came to one final thing at the end of the storm, was a question. And I turned around and told him, I said, you have to make this decision. You decide on what you want to do. When I tell you he knocked that decision out of the ballpark, he did. And I even said, and I mentioned to Veronica, I said, it was a decision that I would never have thought of. But it was a phenomenal decision. So what he did. And he earned this position just this past week. He was home with the little one there, that precious one, but he's beautiful. Congratulations to you, Amber.
Taylor, why don't you join Rob up here?
Yes, let's get a good
I'd
shot.
like to thank the Township Committee for all their support over the years. They've been great to work with. Great group of guys here that are refusing the department. So maybe Flynn, he can leave some kids.
This proclamation now.
But we have a great group of guys.
That's good,
here.
that's
The
good.
department's in great shape.
We should really get Casey in there. Casey!
We'll have 3 generations here.
Casey, come up.
You gotta come up
Come
too.
on, get
You're
in
one
this.
of them too.
This is a good one. Stephanie, you gotta get this picture. This is 3 generations of.
The Public Works Directors.
Yes.
Taylor, you can say everything you want to say.
So first off, thank you. Right?
And
Thank you.
we're
This
so glad to have you.
is a dream come true. So.
We'll see.
We'll see if it's a dream come true.
Yeah, ask me again in 6 months.
He's got a haircut. That's all the hair he lost this week.
And 5 pounds. I wouldn't have fit in this. I just want to. I don't mean to have my back.
No, you're fine.
I
You're
just want
fine.
to say thank you to the entire department. This last storm was insane.
Yes.
Normal plowing procedures were out the window. It was strictly get the fire, get the EMS, get the police, wherever they gotta go.
Yep.
It was hard, we were up against it, we would plow a road, and in 2 hours, it looked like who did it ran. The guys stayed on it. They were down an incredible amount of guys, areas where only one plow was hitting big sections, and they stayed on it. I couldn't have gotten through this storm without you guys. And I owe it to each and every one of you guys for not just putting in the 30 hours that we did for the storm, but then the next day, 7 to 8. The following day, 7 to 5. Today, going through lunch. I'm getting shook it up, but I can't thank you guys enough.
It's true.
And I hope that the residents are patient with the snow removal. We're still doing it. We're still going in and digging out roads. And you guys, any resident has this whole department here to thank. And I'm proud of you guys, and I'm proud to take over this department and keep working with you guys. And My voice is cracking up. a little bit.
Tell his dad, he's back there, and his mom, of course, but, you know, he was a longtime employee of this
25
township.
years.
25 years that his dad put in, so God bless. Taught him well.
Yes.
Taught him well. Thank you. Thank you, Taylor. Yes.
Comments regarding this? Deputy Mayor.
All right, well, one thing I wasn't planning on saying, but I realized it once Casey and Taylor and Rob got up here. I see Rob's the only one that survived with hair. Taylor, you're starting out on the right track. But, one, before the room does empty out, please stay through our public comment, please, our committee comments.
They got a party to go to.
It won't take long. We're almost there. But Rob, thank you, and it's a real honor to see that 3 of our most successful public works director, which Taylor soon to be joining that realm, are all born, raised, and worked in Lacey. And I don't think there's a town around that could say that and be more proud of the public works directors we've had. And gentlemen, I say it all the time, thank you. Thank you for coming tonight, supporting Rob's retirement, and being here to support your new public works director. It means a lot. You guys mean a lot to all of us, and all I can say is thank you.
I'm going to try not to get choked up, okay? I feel very lucky that we have, it just shows what we have in this town when all these gentlemen here came out to support the retirement and the new beginning. We couldn't ask for better, so any less than that, what is fed out there means nothing to us. You are our town, and we're very lucky to have you, and I'm grateful for each and every one of you. And Taylor, it just makes me so proud. It really does. I got that mama feeling in there. I'm just so happy, and I know we're in the direction of just following through and doing what we got to get done, and I know you'll take care of all that. You've had some good, big shoes, I was just going to say, you had some big shoes that had to be filled, but you're doing it, and we're right there behind you, no matter what. So congratulations.
Thank you, Peggy. Committeeman Curatello.
Yeah, it's, usually I don't see this type of crowd unless it's blue, we're surrounded by blue, but I've never, this is my 13th year, I never saw this many DPW folks, and it says a lot about the morale in the place, because if you didn't like a guy or a lady or somebody, you wouldn't be coming out here at night.
That's right.
And this thing is full. And I mean, it's 5-6 rows of full plus family. So that says a lot about Rob Kraska, who I know and like. Taylor Riley, who I don't know as well, but he knocked it out of the park with his interview, and I'm totally impressed with him, and he's a great young man. And Casey, whose legacy in the town is really kind of unmatched with his dad and his family, and so it says an awful lot. So I appreciate it, and we got you guys back. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you, Pete. Committeeman McDonald.
Thank you, Mayor. Rob Kraska probably has the best demeanor in the entire world. I know for a fact I would text him that something would happen, and I would text him 10 minutes later, no problem, Tim, we'll take care of it. Just unbelievable. I've never seen anybody like that. And I know the pressure of these storms and stuff, because I remember talking to Casey one time after that February where we had 5 storms in a row, and Casey was like ready to take a gun to his head. You know? But Rob, his demeanor is just perfect for the job. And you can see this by the guys that show up for him, and he did a great job. Taylor, you got baptism by fire, baby, you know, and I hope it doesn't get any worse. I really do. I really do. What's that?
We're ready.
Good,
That's
good,
right.
good. But Rob, I wish you nothing but the best. I wish you great fishing out there in the bay or wherever you're going for fishing, and think of us all. Thank you, man.
Thank you, Tim. Yeah, Rob, these last 2 weeks, you're going out with a bang. I usually don't speak to the department heads all that much, I'm hands-off, but I've probably spoke to Rob in the last 2 weeks, you know, more than I've done since he became the department head. What Tim said was right, and his proclamation was right. Your demeanor is absolutely perfect for the job. Dealing with the public, you have to be very calm and, mild-mannered, and you just handle yourself, excellently with the public. So really appreciate all the hard work you put in over the years. And Taylor, yep, you you jumped in, and you got your sea legs under you quick, and you pull a lot of experience from both Rob and Casey, so wish you truly the best of luck. Moving right along. Okay, I'm going to do a little, before I open to the public, I do have a prepared statement regarding the snowstorm, since it was such a, read this first. So we got a fair number of complaints over the snowstorm, the snow plowing. So there were a number of complaints about the quality of the snow plowing. The township does its best to maintain roadways during snowstorms. There were a few reasons why the township fell behind. First reason was it was a blizzard, which is an unusual event, so you should expect unusual circumstances. Second, the operating procedures during a state of emergency, which went into effect around 3 p.m. on Saturday, puts the township into emergency protocols. At that point, primary individual priorities shift to the overall group priority for life safety of our residents and first responders. In practice, that means snow plowing responsibility becomes maintaining access to EMS and public safety buildings and primary arteries throughout residential areas. There were over 300 calls for service in a 48-hour period, and some of those calls require a plow or a loader to lead the way to the emergency and to lead the way out of the emergency, which removes a plow from service. 3, by law, our workers have to stop working for a certain amount of hours and take time off due to fatigue. They work for 30 straight hours. 4, the LMUA, which also has primary responsibilities, always assists with snow plowing, providing they don't have an emergency call. They had emergency calls, which then remove them from service for snow plowing as well. And lastly, there was a number of trees that came down, wires that came down, and poles that came down, and those have to be secured before you could go back to plowing. So that's why the plowing took a long time, and I just wanted the residents to understand the things that go into making the decisions of when to plow and where to plow, especially during a storm of that magnitude. So with that, I'm opening it up to the public. Does the public have any questions or comments?
Seeing them like, oh,
Regina?
there's way back there, Regina.
He's got to stop. He just went to 7. I'm sorry.
You got it? No, you got it.
What's going on? You got it?
No,
I know what you wanted to do.
Regina DeSenza, Sunset Drive, Sunrise Beach. If anyone's gotten a little nauseous opening up their NJNG bill, the delivery charges are quite out of sight. And it seems like there's no rhyme or reason to when they hit you with it and to how much they hit you with. Mine has been extremely excessive. I'm on the Senior Advisory Council for Ocean County, and at our last meeting, we made a decision to start a formal complaint process with the Ocean County Department of Consumer Affairs. If you have problems with your NJNG bill, call 732-929-2105 and ask Consumer Affairs to make a formal complaint on your behalf. The reason is people on a fixed income can't just handle $323 of magical delivery charges, and you have no way of knowing from one bill to the next what your delivery charges will be. It's very nominal in the summer, and then it skyrockets in the winter. And so far, what we've looked at, a few bills, and there's just no rhyme or reason to the delivery charges, and there are some people that get none. So we want the County Department of Consumer Affairs to talk to the BPU and find out what's going on with this. And I've made my own complaints on my own behalf to the company, will not answer. But the BPU gave a big, long, detailed explanation, but You know, I want their butts in a sling too, so, because they're the ones that give NJNG the permission to do this. So the other thing I got
If I
today.
could just add to that, Regina?
What?
So one of the interesting things is, in what you're saying, there's been seniors in the town that have called me that vacation or snowbird in Florida, they're using very little heat, whether they're on 65 or 60.
Minimal.
Minimal, whatever minimal is, and they're still getting a $300 bill
It's ridiculous.
for delivery. So what we really need is advocacy at the county level on the BPU with somebody from Ocean County. Instead of just taking taxes out of this county, Trenton should for once realize that we're one of the 3-4 primary counties that pay into it. But I think with the governor, you're not going to see an appointee from Ocean
Well,
County.
Ron Heitzman, the director of the Ocean County Consumer Affairs, called me the other day, and, you know, they're getting the ball rolling over there. They just need people to, like, scan their bills and send in their complaints so they can make a massive complaint to the BPO. The other thing I have is I got an email from Save Barnegat Bay on St. Patrick's Day, Tuesday, March 17th, from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. They're sponsoring a spring workshop celebrating 25 years of environmental leadership at MATES, the Marine Academy of Technology and Environmental Science, 195 Cedar Bridge Road in Stafford Township. The workshop is free to attend. We're bringing together municipal leaders, educators, students, advocates, and regional partners to explore how local action can create measurable improvements for Barnegat Bay. Practical municipal tools, habitat and species updates, working waterfront solutions, regional resilience planning, networking with change makers. Join them for an inspiring afternoon of strategy, collaboration, and action. And they are requesting RSVPs, but hopefully I can send this to you and you can post it.
We already got it.
You got it? Okay, and post it on the website so that people can RSVP to when they can come. Thank you.
Thank you. Anything else from the public? Come on.
I heard you're being recorded, Mr. Bidden.
Oh, well, that's all right.
Regina.
I don't know, I can get into this. All right, so Richard Bidnick here,
Get
Lacey's.
out of the holder.
Yeah.
So you can hold it up closer to your, yeah. There you go.
Richard Bidnick, Lacey Citizens for Responsible Government. I have a question, and I brought this up once before. This has to do with the public sidewalks, okay? And now I know this isn't Public Works problem because an ordinance would have to be passed by the township. But I'm a walker. Everybody knows in this town I walk between 4 and 6 miles every day. The Deerhead Lake public walk sidewalks are now covered with, there's up to 10 feet of snow plowed into the sidewalk. Now, I was wondering why that snow couldn't have been plowed to the other side, closer to where the road is, instead of covering up the entire walkway, which is now going to be covered probably for weeks because it's like 10 feet tall in some of the spots. It's very dangerous around there, by the way, when you have to walk out in the street because in fact, I'm going to recommend that somebody contact the police department and tell them to have a police officer in that area because people are speeding. I almost got run over today. And people are rude. And by the way, I want to just mention, pedestrians always have right of way. So Lacey Township, don't scream at people and be rude to them, beep the horn or whatever. I mean, it's not our fault that the sidewalks are covered with snow, very high snow. We can't walk on there. So I would appreciate, and I think this is something the township should really do because most towns have an ordinance like this, at least on the sidewalks that you are responsible to take care of, that you make sure within 24 hours. Now I looked this up, and I noticed that you recommend that people in this town who have sidewalks that within 24 hours that they clean them up, and businesses also. Well, the township should take heed and also practice what it preaches on that matter. Now, I'm going to tell you something. You would be liable if I was hit by a car because that whole area is covered in snow, etc. Now, the last storm we had, I couldn't walk until February 3rd because I had injured myself. So that storm happened on January 25th. I walked in that parking lot in Deerhead, and it was covered with ice. So it makes it kind of like impossible. So I'm just making a recommendation for public safety purposes, because I would hate for the walkers in this town, those of us who actually get out on foot, and when the storm happened, a lot of us had no other choice but to get out on foot because our driveways were blocked in and we couldn't get out. So I would really recommend that this become somewhat of an issue, because the state is actually pushing for more of a walkable town all over the state. And I think that we need to take heed of that, because before something happens and somebody gets hit, and then this town is sued or killed actually over there. It's people are crazy the way they drive around those corners over there. I mean, it's the road is so tight. I mean, you don't live over there. I mean, Veronica knows because she walks, okay? So she knows what I'm talking about. So I would appreciate if you would look into this.
On something, typically that on maintenance like that, we send the emails to the DPW and it gets put on a list. So in terms of this specific issue, this is what we've been telling everybody.
But I'm asking you, as our government body, to state that this will be a priority, like within 24 hours, that this is just standard procedure.
Well, with that, again, we're still cleaning streets. So,
I understand.
yeah, so we really can't promise you that within 24 hours, the walking path around Gilly or Hebrew or even the sidewalk in front of Deerhead Lake Beach would be cleared, because we are still clearing streets.
I understand, but
Yeah.
they've never cleared them, Veronica.
No.
Okay? I mean, I walk all the time.
And then we had to clear the walkways over for the schools.
Right,
you know,
exactly.
To get them back into
so
session.
I'm just saying that this is an issue, and I brought it up once before, and no one has said anything about it. So this year we had 2 major storms within a month, and it's been difficult. So I'm just
So you're
stating
specifically,
that.
just so I understand, because I will explore it a little bit.
Okay.
Specifically, you're talking about the second lake sidewalks?
No, the
Any
third lake,
side-
third
third
lake.
lake
Well,
side,
even the
yeah.
second lake it would be.
Yeah,
too.
no, I mean,
Not
both of them, wherever, if you want to know my personal opinion, is that all the public walkways that you are responsible for should be somewhat of a priority after the roads.
Well,
I mean-
They are, so. along-
They are?
Well, Manchester Avenue was, the guys were out shoveling Manchester Avenue the schools became the priority in terms of sidewalks
Well, I
first.
understand the schools, et
So,
cetera, yes.
that's what I mean. I have to do some research to find out how they designate, what areas to go to next, what the order is.
You
So,
could
I
actually
will-
put
I
in
will
your
research it a
own
little bit.
ordinance that says that the public walkways in this town will be cleared as soon as possible.
I will get back to you on that.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Anything else from the public? Come on up. Hello.
Talking about walking, mostly for Veronica. I'm going to say it again with complete streets and safe
I signed it.
streets. Good for you. Okay, so on March 7th, there's going to be a.
Guys,
Now, just take 1 minute, we'll let them go out, and that way you can talk, because they gotta go, they got things to do. Yep. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
It's on. Is it on?
Yeah, Tommy would be out here if it wasn't on. It's on.
It's on.
We had a room that could solve.
It's on.
It's on.
Kevin's still here.
Okay. All right, so,
You don't motion.
is that okay?
I'm very sorry.
We're good.
So there's,
Start over.
hi. Good to be here, and thank you, everybody. So, 2 programs that are coming up regarding walking safe streets in town, but these are for the state. So there's 2 conferences. March 7th is the New Jersey Bike and Walk Summit, which is going to be in Princeton. I would like to attend, but it's $125, and it's pretty much for townships to attend. So you can learn the nomenclature of what's going on in the state. The other one that's
On a
free.
Saturday?
On a Saturday.
I'm going to give you these.
Okay, thanks. All right, I was
Okay,
trying to write
so
that.
Complete Streets, that conference is on April 21st. It's for public safety officials. I usually attend it. So if you have a safety person in town and/or a police officer that would be available, it's Tuesday all day from 8:30 to 4, and it's at Rutgers, and I'll be there. So, and then the other thing is, I just want to thank everybody that commented on Facebook regarding clearing of fire hydrants, because this is also something that a resident is responsible for as per the state of New Jersey. So just to quell all the arguments about who's responsible for the fire hydrants, my dad was a fire chief. I'm just saying, since I was a little kid, clear your fire hydrants 3 feet all the way around. It's your responsibility. It's your neighbor's responsibility. My neighbors don't do it, so I have shoveled 2 within a quarter-mile area just to make sure that my house was safe. So,
Thank you,
Thank
Carol.
you.
Thank you, Carol.
Anything else from the public?
Seeing none, I'll make a motion to close the floor.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Now what are we doing?
Comments from us?
Oh, yeah, that's right, comments from us. Lose track. We got order, all right, yes. Committee comments, Deputy Mayor LaRae.
Well, first, in the beginning of this meeting, I'm now realizing there may be a three-way tie working between who talks faster, Steve, Amy, or my sister.
No. Veronica's got it by far.
But, yes, it's actually a great night tonight. And I may repeat a few things the mayor has already said concerning the storm. I was kind of hoping the Public Works Department would be here a little bit, but I knew they had someplace to go.
Their leaders here, that's what
I
it
know
matters.
their leaders are here, past and present. But the one thing that frustrates me sometimes is the world is not perfect, and neither is the weather. Mr. Bidnick, I'm a walker too. I agree with a lot with what you say, but, you know, things work in time. We can all improve. The homeowners can improve clearing their sidewalks around the hydrants. The town could probably do some improvement on theirs. But with that said, first I want to thank our emergency management team who was active through this whole thing and the extraordinary work that they have done this storm and the past one. By our first responders, Fork River Fire Department, Lenoka Harbors, Lacey EMS, the Lenoka Harbor First Aid, and the Lacey Township Police Department, and to the Department of Public Works and the MUA employees, who had the huge task of clearing the storm for Lacey Township residents and the roadways. But, as Steve had alluded to, while at times having to do this, they get diverted from their primary task to ensure all our first aid, fire departments, and police departments are plowed out and accessible. So besides the emergencies, the buildings also have to be plowed out. And I'm sure the residents aren't aware that Lacey Township has approximately 240 miles of roadway, times 2, because it's lane miles. You go up, you got to come back. So there's 480 miles of roadway in this town. And as we know, in any type of storm of this magnitude, you got to go back and forth and keep doing it. It goes quicker if you don't get diverted or have emergencies or other things. You know, this was a humongous task for these guys this time. The DPW, as most of us know during a storm like this, first thing they do is try to clear the primary and main roadways so emergency vehicles can get through. And if an emergency is called in, they could be pulled off their primary responsibility and have to do a secondary road so that the vehicles can get into whatever the medical or police emergency is. Something where most people don't realize, and I know how different things affect different people. Working in customer service all my life, for over 40 years, I'm a realist. You cannot please everybody, and you never will. Because you can give people a pile of money, and they'll complain about the denomination it's in. And when I put things into priority, like with this storm, one thing I didn't realize, the town even has, do we make a decision of clearing the sidewalk or paying attention to the list of dialysis patients that we have around this town? That the only way they can sustain life is by making their treatments. The DPW makes its way to these people depending on their schedules. Their schedules are all over the place. But this is some of the stuff people don't realize. There's a lot to it. You know, usually the secondary roads follow. At times doing this, especially this storm, overnight, there was 2 to 3 inches falling at one time. Blizzard winds, which made it almost impossible to keep up with. And this also affected the JCP&L workers, who it was dangerous to either touch the electric lines or go up poles because of the high winds. And with that, I don't know if most know, we had a couple different states sent their electrical workers to our state to assist. So yes, it's disappointing. Your power wasn't up as quick as you want to. You had major areas, you had spot areas, so it was all done when they could get to it. But this storm in particular, while it was going on, the DPW and UMUA workers were diverted from plowing for repairing broken equipment. Power went out. 10 workers had to be pulled just to get the generators up and running on our buildings and the pump stations
And the traffic lights.
and the traffic lights. I mean, the one thing is whether your power was out or not, you still had water. So do you plow or get the pump stations going? This is stuff that people don't really think of. It's quick and easy to, I say it constantly, I don't do social media for a reason, because it's easy to get behind that screen and bash people before you realize what the real situation is out there. And, you know, sometimes you just got to take a step back and look at the reality of the situation. Twice, our heavy equipment had to be pulled out of service to go up on the parkway because our EMS vehicles were stuck. We were instructed by the state police, either get them out of there or they will. So there, takes time. We had to pull our equipment to go up on the parkway and pull out vehicles. We had down trees, we had down poles, we had fires. So when you worry about, wow, my street wasn't plowed as quick as I wanted to, take this all into consideration. We only have so many people working, so many things happen that we're unaware of. We had more calls. Steve gave me a number of calls. It was way more than I even knew. But you got to realize the extent of these type of storms. We've had 2 very different, as Taylor even said, unprecedented type storms. Luckily, Rob and Taylor were both here, because next time, Taylor, you got to do it on your own. But all I can say from myself, I'm not going to talk for anybody else, is I could not appreciate and be more thankful for the workers we got in this town, whether it's the DPW, the MUA, our volunteers, our emergency management team, and our employees at whole. Because if you don't like what you see here in Lacey and don't appreciate it, I got a real simple thing for you to do. Just drive north or south on Route 9 to the adjoining communities. It's an eye-opener. Be thankful for what you do have. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. Committeewoman Giuliano.
Well, I honestly, you said everything that I would have liked to say, but what I would add to it is, as a person who grew up in Hudson County, New Jersey, we had hills that were like this, and we didn't have an opportunity to complain like people complain. So I'm still trying to understand what everybody thinks about their driveway. It's something that's become a real, like, bug in my head. I don't understand. We all have to do our driveways, that if we had each of them stop and do each person's driveway, we would never get done. So the smart thing you do is you get out while the storm is happening and you take out and you take out and you keep taking it out. That's what I did. It's, you know, and I'm by myself, so I know there'll be people out there, well, no, I don't understand where the selfishness has come in, and I think that's something we all need to think about. These people went out and put themselves in harm's way, as far as I'm concerned, because it's a state of emergency and they're out there working, okay? I wouldn't have wanted to be out there, that's for sure. So I just try, out there in the public, just keep it in mind that sometimes the things you say do affect people. They hurt, they dig deep, and it's sinful that people say the things they say out there. On a much happier note, I'd like to thank the Women's Club for all they do. I see the pictures, it's just amazing, and the smiles and everything. And I know little Mary over here, who's one of the dancers, queen. She loves to dance, Mary does. Hi, Mary. We used to dance at school all the time. So, and what's this young lady's name over here?
This is Cheyenne.
Hi, Cheyenne, how are you? Mike, hi, Michael, how are you? I see all the pictures, so I get to see all these faces here. Yes, they are. That's wonderful, and I'm so glad the Women's Club is doing this. It's a wonderful thing, and thank you, Peter, for bringing this to our attention. It really is very nice of you to do that. What else did I want to say? Oh, goodness. Oh, back to Taylor. Just wanted to say, Taylor, we are here. You pick up the phone, you need something from us, you need us to help you get something done, just let us know, okay? We have your back. Thank you. That's all, Mayor.
Thank you, Peggy. Committeeman Curatello.
Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, if you haven't been to a women's commission event, a women's club event, we went and our community hall was full. And a lot of our special needs community was there, and they need and deserve recognition and a place. And I just couldn't believe it. I mean, there was nowhere to really even stand. There were just so many people. And so thank you for telling us a little bit about what you're about, because it's a good part of our community. It's not just me, everybody. You heard Committeewoman Julian, it's everybody up here collectively wanted to hear from you, and thank you all for coming. For our DPW, you know, we fielded a lot, and the mayor more than most, because he's holding the mayor's seat, of different issues people brought up. And a lot of the stuff that you might not see during the back end of it, to stand up for the DPW, the police, the fire, the EMS, think of an ambulance trying to get through that stuff too, is, you know, when I talk to the mayor, and it's not me, I know it's been done a long time before me, I'll call both association presidents at Pheasant Run and at Seabreeze, and I'll say, how you doing with your bed bound? How you doing with your dialysis patients? So, Pete, the chief's on it. You know, we're talking about it already. A lot of those folks get Meals on Wheels delivered from Ocean County. So there's some needs in the community, especially when you talk about seniors. So that stuff, people see a plow going down the road and hearing the beep, beep, beep when a big truck backs up. But it's the behind-the-scenes planning stuff, and I know the mayor's been involved many times, as we all are, when we're sitting in that seat, with Office of Emergency Management, with getting edicts down from the government, with declarations of disaster. So I just ask for you, we serve you. Mr. Bidnick's right, a lot of people that come up to the microphone are right. We're working for you. And I will say that, you know, I appreciate the comments. There is a lot that goes on behind the scenes, and I appreciate your patience. And just move on to a couple other things now, and I promise I'll be shorter than Committeeman Luray. We kid because we care, and I'm telling you, I love the guy. He's been here.
Well, last meeting, I was accused of being too short, so I asked Steve if I could bank it.
No way
Good.
anybody said
I know, I'm going to wrap it up really quickly. I think it's important as an American to recognize our men's and women's hockey team that won the gold medal.
Fantastic,
And,
yes.
You know, they
Fantastic.
made us proud, and that one kid, he's in his early 20s, he's from the Devils. I don't care, we're all New Jersey Devils fans last night. You know, Buffalo beat them, but if I could have been there, I would have been there. And, yeah, what a feeling of pride that was on a Sunday morning. So, and I do hope the girls go to the White House too. It's not political, it's just being a good American. Our Veterans Commission is going to meet on December 10th, Tuesday at 5. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. March 10th.
Okay.
March 10th. I thought the R for rec was a D for DEC, but it's REC. I made a mistake. It's March 10th at the rec, not the December building.
That's December.
At the rec building at 5 p.m. If you're a veteran or you know a veteran, it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, come because we want to hear from you. We're going to be planning our Memorial Day event with a lot of our great citizens. So that's Tuesday, March 10th at the Rec Building at 5 p.m. Tomorrow, Municipal Alliance Luncheon, a wonderful luncheon. There's going to be a lady there who spoke behind a microphone and wrote a book on dementia. We got 1 in 3 people over 60 in our county. And I will end with this, because not all sunshine and rainbows, but I got to because I got to. Our schools reported in the local media that they may be up to 5 million short again this year. So my responsibility, I don't speak for everybody, but I know they feel the same way. I'm looking out for the wallets. And when property taxes go up, that is a direct correlation to your property value. And I swore on January 1st, 2025, when I was good enough to sit in the 2 chairs to my left, that was going to be my top priority. Watch your bottom line. It's the biggest thing we all have. There's a lot of needs in our town. None of these trucks are cheap. None of these wants, excuse me, wrong word. None of the words matter. None of these needs are cheap. Medical benefits going up. So I'm giving you my pledge. I'm looking out for your property value, and I say me, I know we all are. And there's going to be some very difficult choices coming up because the belts are, they're pretty tight. And the medical benefits alone are something remarkable. So, sorry to end on a, let's think about USA Hockey. That's all I have.
Thank you, Pete. Committeeman McDonald.
Thank you, Mayor. Jimmy, so our plows were out for 30 hours straight. Think about that for a second. In a word they use that I've never heard of, a snow bomb.
Right.
I've never heard of that before. It's always been a blizzard. And if anybody's driven in snow, hard snow, you know what it's like when there's lights on, it's all coming into your windshield. That's not easy to do. And so my last text to Rob today was I wanted to know how much equipment we had out on the road. He couldn't give me an exact answer, but he said between 35 and 40 pieces of equipment. Now, Mr. Bidnick himself was down in Atlantic City, and he put a post out on his website that he was down in Atlantic City and saw plows everywhere. So I Googled that real quick to see how many plows Atlantic City had. 2,300.
Wow.
2,300 plows.
One per.
New York City, 2,200 plows. Think about that. Now, I don't know how many people in Atlantic City, but there's what, 9, 10 million people in New York City? So I'm sure a lot of those plows came from the casinos to make sure that those guys could get in there and lose money. I'm sure, I am sure of that. So that kind of irked me a little bit because I'd like to get some of the casinos to dump some money to us because it's our people going down there that are going to lose some money. So, that being said, now the governor had a little press conference today. We're $3 billion in debt. The budget. Now, I know a little bit about budgets, but how do you go over your budget by $3 billion? You know, that you set the budget and you're going to say, I'm going to spend $10 million. Well, when you get to close to 10 million, you shut it off unless you get a loan from somebody else to go forward. And I got to thinking, because people, $3 billion, we use the word billion a lot. $1 billion of $20 bills weighs 110,000 pounds. So think about that, 110,000 pounds. I looked it up. I couldn't figure that out. So I just, you know, it's insane. It's insane. And she also said, and she put this out, there will be cuts to be made, and guess where one of them is going to be? The schools. The schools will be cut. So get ready, people. It's coming. And I've expected it. I know we've talked about to other people, we've been expecting this. So is it right? No. Is it fair? Absolutely not. When you consider that Newark got an extra $155 million last year for their school. And they're out in Hawaii with junkets for the administration, and it's just a mess. So with that, again, I want to thank Rob, wish you nothing but the best of luck. Are you ready? You were born.
Love that.
Okay, I don't think you're gonna have any more crazy snowstorms this year. But next year, I guarantee you, there's gonna be one or two that, you know, you can call Casey for the gun to blow your head off, you know, so 'cause you're gonna need it. But, no, I just wanna thank everybody and the patience that you need. And I wanna tell a quick story. Monday night, I'm out there cleaning the front end of my driveway out. And I see a plow coming down. Now, I live at the beginning of a cul-de-sac, and there's a left-hand turn you can make. And I'm going, damn, he's going to blow it all in, and I'm going to have to be out here for another 30, 40 minutes. Nope. Now, mind you, the bottom part of the cul-de-sac had not been plowed. He comes down, makes a left-hand turn, and keeps going. I'm sitting there going, well, how am I going to get, because I had to go to work Tuesday morning. So thank God, I was able to get out, and they came by Tuesday afternoon. My wife texted me, let me know. They finally came down and plowed it out. But I didn't get plowed out till Tuesday. And I think that, you know, people complain. I was looking on Facebook, I'm going, what are you doing? Why do you want to go out?
Yeah, right.
Why do you want to go out in this? There's nothing open. They're all closed. Where are you going? You know, I mean, if you want to walk, okay, walk. But you're going to have to walk in the street until they get around to doing that, taking care of the sidewalks. So with that, I'll end it. Mayor, it's all. Thank you very much.
I just
Peggy
have one
wanted to
little
jump
add-on. I forgot to say this, and I don't want to not say it. So there's 3 secretaries in the back in the DPW, and then our secretaries here in our clerk's office and our clerk received endless amounts of phone call. I'll just use that word, okay? Endless amount of phone calls. And I just wanted to say thank you to them publicly, because they had to tolerate an awful lot too. And we're very appreciative of what they can do too for us. So, thank you.
Thank you, Peggy. Now I'm going to take my 20 minutes. Mine will be short. So, yeah, no, again, I just also want to thank all just acknowledging extraordinary work done by all the first responders in Lacey, the police, the EMS, the fire companies, and DPW. It was a tremendous amount of work, and truly thank you. Some township items. I attended the Lacey Science Fair last Thursday, and the projects were really elaborate. They far exceeded my poster of stick figures back. So, I mean, just really spent a lot of time on those projects, so you could tell they cared and really did a great job on them. Our tax collector report came out this week. I think that'll be online. Our collection rate was 99.48%, so obviously people still like owning property in Lacey Township. And one final thing, the obligation on townships to provide affordable housing is not going away. So a couple years ago, we were invited, all these towns were, invited to sue the state over their affordable housing obligations. And we did not join. We typically don't join into group lawsuits like that because they don't usually fare well. Well, they lost, and then they appealed it to the New Jersey Supreme Court. They lost, and they just this week appealed it to the U.S. Supreme Court, where they declined to hear it, which is a loss. So that obligation is not going away for any municipalities in New Jersey. So those are my comments. Cut the tape. Motions. Wait, one more item.
Sorry. Resolution 2026-96, resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing the convening of an executive session in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act to discuss matters of personnel pending anticipated litigation and matters of real estate.
Move it.
Second.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. LeRae?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas?
Yes. Motion adjourned.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Cut the
Thank
tape.
you, everybody.
Cut the tape, it's cut, I believe.